In this video, I'm going to be talking about my personal experience with halotherapy, as well as some of my close family and friends have experienced as well. So I have asthma. I've had asthma since I was about 6 years old, and it's mainly allergy induced, but a little exercise as well. So I'm not really a runner, but growing up, I had asthma. I have pretty severe asthma. And there were many nights where we were in the shower with the steam going, trying to open up the airways, or in some worse instances, going to the hospital and spending a few hours there doing some nebulizer treatments. And so consequently, I always carry my inhaler on me, and when I travel, I've always got my nebulizer just in case. But halotherapy has actually made an incredible difference in my daily life. So during cedar season, which is one of my big allergy seasons, normally, back before we opened the shop here, the Austin Salt Cave, there were times where I would be puffing on my inhaler almost every single day, which is not ideal. Some would consider that under-controlled or uncontrolled asthma, which is never a good thing. But the salt, I have found personally that about 3 sessions a week is my happy point. And so when cedar starts popping out here in Central Texas, I head into the salt room. And like I said, I'll be in about 3 times a week. And this last cedar season, it was pretty bad. We saw a lot of people coming in, and I was doing sessions every 2-3 days, and I didn't have any major issues with my asthma. I probably used my inhaler a couple of times, and that's not an exaggeration, a couple of times during that 2-3 month window where cedar's going crazy, which is absolutely fantastic for me. The salt, it opens up the airways, gets mucus and allergens out of your system, and so I wasn't having that inflammatory response to the cedar pollen. And so while I was seeing all these people coming in for the first time with noses running, having trouble breathing, I was going, it's a beautiful day. So that's how it's made a difference for me. But everybody else in my family also has some type of issue. And my brother deals with chronic bronchitis, and both my parents, who have sadly passed away since we first experienced halotherapy. My dad had psoriasis all over his body, and my mom had a smoker's cough. And so the first time we ever went to a salt room, it was up in Williamsburg, Virginia, and it's been about 10 years now. We went kind of for the novelty of it, to do something a little bit different, and we did a session. Thought it was pretty cool. This is really neat. Tons of pink Himalayan salt in the room. We're breathing in salt. But what really kick-started the interest in this was my dad. The next morning, we woke up, and like I said, he has psoriasis all over his body, face, ears, huge patches on his arms, legs, torso, and there was a visible difference. I don't know if you're familiar with psoriasis, but it's typically characterized by very irritated, inflamed red skin with silvery scales over it. And that was his whole adult life. He suffered from psoriasis. We woke up in the morning, and all of his psoriasis, it was a soft pink. It wasn't irritated, he wasn't scratching at it, and so it was great. And once we started thinking about it some more, it just made sense. He always loved going down to the beach, swimming in the ocean, getting that salt air off the water, because his skin would clear up. And I've heard that story so many times from people over the last couple of years. They love going down to the beach, their skin clears up, they're able to breathe better, their allergies go away, and I attribute that to the salt. But it's with my mom and brother, they have that chronic bronchitis and smoker's cough, and it definitely made a difference for my mom while she was still with us, and my brother, whenever he's having issues, he comes in and does a couple sessions. So that's been my personal experience, and I'd love it if you would share yours with us. Next time, we're going to be talking about halotherapy.